Good morning, gamers. Good morning, Battlefield 6, and let's talk. Does the brand new update for Battlefield 6 Season 1 suck? There's a few things to talk about. We have the brand new red sec and the brand new game modes. I think that's the worst parts of the update. Not so much the weaponry. The skins are kind of just whatever. Maybe they need better in design and better looks, better colorway. But that's not why we're here. We all know that. We're here for the all new, brand new map, Blackwell Fields, and the brand new Strike Point game mode, as well as Red Sec, which introduces a brand new Battle Royale, duos and quads, no solos, no triples. And Gauntlet is a game mode onto itself. So let's talk about a few things. Red Sec has no solos, meaning there is no solo queuing and dominating as a solo player. This also means that there's no triplets, there's no triples. Clearly they don't want to have any odd numbers amount of people playing the Battle Royale. But duos and quads also suck. I mean, my first game onto duos, I had someone leave even though there was no reason to leave. We get the kills, we all survive, and they leave anyways. Quads is probably a very similar experience. You are forced to deal with teamwork, team play, and it just overall doesn't make the Battle Royale experience all that satisfying. I mean, it's really just a mini version of Warzone with a Battlefield 5 Battle Royale aesthetic, I guess. But overall, this, in my opinion, this Battle Royale is the least satisfying Battle Royale I've definitely played with. We have the brand new Gauntlet mode, which I think is incredible amount of fun. The solo experience is actually not that bad. You can pretty much go off on your own, get kills, do the objectives on your own, and win the game by carrying your team. And I will tell you, there's a lot of carrying your team in Gauntlet because of the fact that a lot of teammates just don't know how to play the objective. So that's me talking about the Red Sec. I think Red Sec is overall really only good with Gauntlet. Everything else pretty much sucks. Let's talk about Blackwell Fields. Strike Point. I will talk about Strike Point first before I talk about the brand new map. Strike Point is really just a 4v4 elimination match where we flip sides halfway through. Overall, is a pretty good experience, but this is Call of Duty. This is Call of Duty with 4v4. This is not at all Battlefield. Battlefield does not revolve us around with small team gameplay. It has always been about massive amount of teams playing against each other. I mean, even previous Battlefield titles with team deathmatch is like 10-12 people versus 10-12 people. Strike Point is more so competitive, and I will talk about this a little bit later. Blackwell Fields is the worst map, next to Liberation Peak. It is just hands down one of the worst experiences, and let me showcase it for a little bit as we get into game pretty quickly. The entire map is just open armory gameplay close up. Like, if you can't tell from this go back to it. If you can't tell from the map, there's no cover. I mean, you have to use the topography your cover, the hills, the small amount of high ground that you get. But the map is incredibly small. I mean, Pax Armada, NATO, BA, FED, but really everything becomes really a fight for C. And you can see why. You go from BA and then you have to cross straight down into C, because crossing from B to D is just walking through no man's land of armory and tanks and snipers. We already see the 2 helicopters on the map. We already see how the amount of vehicles that are on the map. And I will showcase this a little bit better because of the fact that all of your cover, your buildings, are just easily destroyed with nothing to give you any sort of feeling of protection. I mean, even moving through high ground, it's just, you can easily see it. You can easily see where there's just nothing. There's no cover. This is the whole map. You can literally see, not even on A yet. We're still pretty much at spawn. Spawn is right there, and you can see the entire map. All aerial vehicles fly incredibly low. I don't know what's the skybox height, but it doesn't seem to be very that high up. I mean, he's already out of the plane, and the game is not even 20. It hasn't even been that long. I mean, the enemy team barely lost 20 ticks. And you can see what I'm talking about right now. RD vehicle at B. The game barely started. We're still in the beginning stage of the game. It's been maybe a minute or two, and there's already a tank on there. There was already a helicopter trying to harass the tank, and we're pretty much past A, and we're already almost pretty much in line with C, and B's right there. This is a terrible design map. It's one of the worst map experiences I ever had to play for Conquest. And let me not talk about the small map version of it. Strike Point is extra small maps. I mean, you think CQB Lockdown is a small map? This is extra small maps. We take maybe only 5% of the map size for it. And Blackwell's version of Strike Point is horrendous. Is absolutely horrendous. I mean, it's one of the worst 4v4s experience I have to play. You just play around the center truck the entire time. I mean, what more is to say about Strike Point? There's nothing much. As much as I do enjoy it, it's not a Battlefield experience. This is not where you buy Battlefield 6. You buy Battlefield for the Battlefield experience, and they're providing a large map gameplay with huge amounts of team play on it. This is not what was promised. I honestly think the Conquest map is, I mean, if they say the Conquest map is a large map, then that means most of the maps in the game are just small maps or medium maps, because there's no way that's the large map and that's just how quick you can just reinforce everything. The purpose of Conquest is that you capture a point, and reinforcing that objective point isn't easy. It's the whole reason why the games last so long, is because trying to go from point A to point B to point C to point D, E, F takes a while. Takes no time. I mean, first 30 seconds of the game you're already at A, second 30 seconds of the game you're already at C, and now and that's the same thing for the other team. Now you're in this giant firefight over C in this no man's land. It's one of the worst design maps in this game, easily. So going back to what I had to say about Battlefield 6 and the brand new update Season 1, it sucks. It's really not that good. Battle Royale version of it is not one of the best Battle Royales. I mean, it's definitely better than Firestorm from Battlefield 5, but it's a small version of Warzone, and I feel like a lot of Battlefield players was looking for an experience that is not Call of Duty. It is not Warzone. And then I honestly don't know why they included vehicles into it. Like tanks. I understand maybe some helicopters, some jets, but tanks is kinda ridiculous. I mean, it feels like we didn't learn from Battlefield 5 Firestorm that tank play is just not enjoyable. It's either you get destroyed in the tank or the tank dominates everything. I think we also still get do we still get our score streaks packs? I don't even remember if we still have the score streaks or the Collins. My overall rating for the season so far, as far as my experience has gone, is probably like a 6 out of 10. It's been alright, but I really don't like any of the add-ins they have, and this is excluding talking about the battle pass, which I think the battle pass is ridiculous. And this also excludes talking about the skins. I think the skins are just whatever. Battlefield's been making whatever skins for a while now. I honestly think that they really should just be adding in larger maps, larger urban warfare. They need to add in probably more weapons. If not more weapons, they need to make the classes more role-like. I'm not saying they need to add closed weapons, but they definitely need to rechange some of the utilities as well as some of the other equipment that each role has. Because to be honest, right now, sniping, yeah, you might as well just use a sniper with any other class besides recon, unless you really care about steady aim. But I really don't even think steady aim is that insane. So that's my take on the brand new Battlefield 6 update of Season 1. Overall, it's okay experience. Does it suck? I can definitely see why it sucks. Thank you all. Like and subscribe and follow for more, and I will see you in the next morning.